Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. My name is Mohit and welcome to Dude's Banter. So I'm back again with yet another episode or a video regarding the Manchester United current season of 2025-26. So what a week we had from we saw the lowest of lows and we saw a great entertaining thriller. So we'll dive into that as the video progresses. So in this video, I'll be covering both the games. That is the game against Grimsby in the Carabao Cup midweek, the Premier League game which was played yesterday against Burnley, and there are some updates regarding injury as well as some transfer updates. So let's dive into the video. So we'll start with something not so good. So we had a pretty embarrassing midweek in the Carabao Cup, which was the first game of the Carabao Cup for us. That was the round two, and we were facing Grimsby in that game, which is a fourth division team. And the game which we had was very embarrassing. That's the only word, or we can also say disastrous, because it looked like United were very much out of the place, and it was actually looking like the roles were switched. Like Grimsby was playing how United should have played, and United were playing not should, means the level of play which was there. You can see, you guys also know what I'm talking about. It was looking like the roles were switched, the teams were switched. So yeah, it was looking like United are the team which were from the fourth division, and Grimsby were the Premier League team. So I know this is just the start of the season, and there are a lot of questions on Amorim as well, considering the first two games, as well as how he ended the last season as well. But yeah, I think this is the first full campaign which he's getting with United. So we have to give him some time. I think this is just two games into the Premier League, counting this season. This was the third game, the Carabao Cup. So yeah, he would do some chop and change, and he would try some players in positions as well. And I think we need to keep patience. We have to back the manager. But yeah, coming back to this game, embarrassing from United throughout the game. Even though we got two late goals, which I'll come to, but if you must have watched the game, Grimsby led the game. Grimsby, ever since the whistle blew for the game, start of the game, they dominated pretty much the entire game against United, and they were also kind of helped by the rain as well. But I think United later capitalized with two goals. But yeah, I think Vernam and Warren both scored the two goals for Grimsby, which came in the 22nd and I think 30th. Both came before 30 minutes. So they were getting pretty much a free pass into the United defense. And I mean, the players completely let their guard down, as well as I think they were playing a little bit complacent as well in that game. They took it a bit easy, but as the game progressed, they realized that it won't be easy. But yeah, Grimsby ended the first half with 2-0 lead, which was very unexpected to say the least, because nobody expected that this game would pan out the way it was. And coming to the second half, I mean, yeah, I will come to that. Coming to the second half, again, Grimsby started on a great note because they had the momentum. Amorim made three changes at halftime. Bruno, Dillit, and I can't remember. Bruno, Dillit, and Mbumo were the three substitutions which he made. They came in the second half, and after that, United got some kind of momentum because Mbumo. I think Mbumo was the only guy who was showing some determination in that game for United point of view. And ever since Bruno came in, Mbumo came in, and Dillit came in, the game was shifting towards United because the midfield became a bit stronger, and the defensively also we became a bit stronger. And after that, luckily there were no what do you say, goals conceded by United. I mean, they came close, Grimsby, to scoring, but eventually, good thing that they didn't score. And Onana was in goal, so I know what Onana has been doing in the past couple of seasons because his goalkeeping hasn't been up to the standard which it was when we saw him at Inter prior to coming to United. So I think he also let the fans also a bit down. And yeah, after that, ever since Mbumo came in, he just showed some determination to score goals, and he got the first goal of the game for United as well as for the season because the first game which we scored was against Fulham, and that also came in from an own goal. So we hadn't opened our counter for the season, but Mbumo opened the count for United. As a United first player of United to score in this season was Mbumo in the 75th minute, and later on, I think 10 minutes later, I think Maguire scored a late equalizer. And after that, the game, yeah, went into penalties, and we all know what happened there. If you look at the stats, uh, I mean, that was all for the game, but credit to Grimsby players. Actually, they showed the great determination to win, and they weren't intimidated by the opposition. They just played on their strengths, and they eventually got the results. So coming to the stats, if you look at the stats, so you will clearly see United had a lot of possession, and expected goals for United were 3.15 in term compared to Grimsby, it was 1.75. I know these numbers are a bit boring, but we'll get into the Burnley game as well. After that, 28 shots total on total by United, of which nine were on target. So you guys can see, I mean, we also had the attempts, but just the thing is that the conversion rate has not been there for United. If you look at 28 attempts and expected goals of 3.15, so I think at least three goals should have been there. I mean, a goal or a couple of more goals we could, because we also see the possession at 70%. And yeah, I mean, that is the thing which we are lacking currently, as well as we lacked in the last season as well. That's the conversion of the shots taken. And against Fulham, also against Arsenal, we had a lot of shots, 15 plus shots, I think, in both the games as well, in which we couldn't convert. Against Arsenal, we didn't score. Against Fulham, we scored, but it was an own goal. So yeah, you can currently see that United players, the attacking players, are doing their job. Just the thing is, the ball isn't being converted, and those shots aren't being converted into goals. So yeah, that's the only issue there because total of 28 shots and we got only two goals from there. So yeah, lot of things to work on. And apart from that, I think there's nothing much to say about the game. You guys know what happened. Okay, so one thing we saw that Sesko and Fredrickson started the game for United. So this was Sesko's first start of the season and also for his United career. So he's yet to get a Premier League start, but let's hope he gets it sooner. So I think what Amorim is trying to do is he is easing him into the league because he played in a completely different league, and Premier League is a more competitive and more physical in terms of the leagues across Europe. So I think that's the one thing which he's trying to get him to ease on in that league to get him adjusted. And once he feels that he has adjusted to the pace and the physicality of the league, so we'll see Sesko starting. So yeah, let's hope that day comes sooner, as I said. Next, we move on to the Burnley game, and what a game it was. I mean, it was just looking like United is the only team that is attacking, which we saw Grimsby doing against United. But in this one, United were the one attacking ever since the whistle blew, the starting whistle blew, and United just took the game on. And They were having shots after shots on the Burnley goal. Just the thing again, what was happening was either the ball was going wide of the goal or over the goal, or the keeper was saving it. So keeper saving it isn't bad at all because at least you are getting it inside that frame of the goal. Just the thing is, we have to make the keeper work a bit to save the ball rather than giving it straight into his hands. So that is the one thing, as well as the conversion again, because first of all, United won the game 3-2. Bruno again came to the rescue for us. After a devastating performance in the midweek, we got this victory. Much needed. 3 points as well, the first 3 points of the season. And yeah, as I mentioned, looking at the number of attempts in the Burnley game as well, United had a total of 26 attempts, out of which we scored three, out of which one was a penalty, one was an own goal, and one was scored by Mbumo. So things are happening. I mean, things are happening for us. The attacking players are now showing what they have been bought in for. And 3.63 expected goals for United, almost four, but we got three. That's not bad. Burnley 1.2. We had total of 62% possession, 38 for Burnley. I mean, that was clearly evident because in the first half, I think if you look at the first half stats, it is showing that it was a bit even. But I think if you see, United had more passes going, everything was going fluidly, and Burnley was looking completely helpless in that game. So yeah, I think like I mentioned, things have been worked on, and hopefully we'll get it done. Just the thing is that we need to get it more accurate and more. We have to be more accurate and efficient in terms of goal scoring, because again in this game we had 26 shots, out of which we scored three, as I mentioned. So that's the thing that is happening, and I think we need to get it up because again, if you see at 26, it should have been if you look at the game, it should have been four or five for United, but uh, we'll come to that as well. Just the one thing, the most clear-cut chance I feel was that Ahmad chance which he missed. The ball was shared to crossed to Mbumo on the far right, and later it was a two-on-one situation, and Mbumo gave it on the left to Ahmad, and the ball was, I know the ball was bouncing, but I think Ahmad was trying to hit it on the top of the goal. I mean, top corner of the goal, but it went over, and that was the most clear-cut chance for United. And if that would have gone in, at least that would have gone in, the game wouldn't have been what we saw because United with a 1-0 lead, then Burnley came back with 1-1. After second half was just crazy. After that, I think a very few seconds later, Mbumo scored, made it 2-1. Then a few minutes later, Anthony was it? He scored, made it 2-2. And after that, it was looking like United are heading for yet another draw. But that was not the case. We got a penalty last minute. There was also a penalty shout. There were a couple of penalty shouts in the first half. The first one being Mount, uh, Kyle Walker's foul on Mount, and the second one, which was overturned by the referee, to be fair. And the second one was Ahmad's penalty call, and that also wasn't given as penalty. So yeah, I think no, sorry, that was given as penalty. My bad. And yeah, I think we know what happened after that. And I think this might be the start of something good because we are getting those balls ahead, we are getting those shots, we are getting those attempts. Just the thing is, we need to convert. And I think Amorim, after that Grimsby game, he gave the fans a bit of a dilemma, or you can say a bit of a confusion because the statement which he made, it seemed like he might leave. He might resign actually after during the international break, but I think it doesn't seem like now. And Let's hope he stays. And one good thing to see was that the Old Trafford crowd was also backing Amorim with chants that glory days will be back. So yeah, my backing is with the manager as well. Let's see. We should support him in the times like these, and let's hope he gets United to a good finish in the end till the end of the season. I think a top 10 finish for now would be a good thing. I know we are used to those top 4 finish, top 5 finish, but that was a past, and I think we have to move on. And as for the current squad, which we have, the current signings being made, I think Puglia in, Embumo, Sesko in. Once Sesko gets in, and he would be lethal as well. Bruno giving those passes are coming in. Ahmad also there. So yeah, the attacking threat looks good as well, and let's hope we finish it on a high. So with that game being discussed as well, we move on to a couple of injury updates which we had. The first one was Punia because he got injured in the 31st minute and was subbed off. Zirkzee replaced him. It was looking like Sesko might be the one who should have replaced him. The crowd was also rooting for him, but Amorim had other plans and he rather chose Zirkzee over Sesko. But yeah, Zirkzee also played well. Nothing to take away from him. The hold up play was good. The passes were also good for him. He didn't play the preseason. That's the reason he was looking a bit rusty at start. But yeah, uh, he would get into the rhythm now. And Cunha will be assessed is the statement. They haven't given any updates. And the one thing which was promising was that he wasn't on any crutches or braces. So that's a good thing. He looked very lethal against Burnley, to be fair, because the pressing which he was doing, the runs which he was getting, that was really good. And again, same for Mount. Amorim mentioned that Mount was carrying an injury from the Grimsby game, and he subbed him off at halftime and not risking him much. So he will also be assessed during this 1 or 2 week international break. So once we come back or during the international break, we would get to know about these players. What is the current situation about their injuries? Hope they get fit. And because why I'm saying this is because after the first game after the international break, it is a Manchester derby, which will be played away from home for us at the Etihad. And let's hope all our players get fit and ready to go for that game because Cunha and Mount also looked good in the Burnley game. I know he didn't play well in the first 2 games as expected, but in the last game against Burnley, he was really good. So let's hope all our players are back from injury. Mm. So yeah, with that being said, there are a couple of confirmed transfer outs from Manchester United team. And the updates which I'll be sharing right now are the latest ones which I read till today morning. So the first one is Garnacho has completed his move to Chelsea. He will he has signed a 7-year contract with Chelsea for 45 million, the transfer fee. And the next is Rasmus Højlund, who I actually feel sad for him, but he wanted to play for United. He always had that mindset that he's ready to fight for the place even with the signing of Seshko, but he wasn't in Amorim's plans. So he is also on loan. He has gone to Napoli on loan for 4 million, the loan fee, with an obligation to buy, and the price being set at 45 million. The next is Anthony to Betis. Actually, from what I read, the deal has fallen off because of the asking price which United had set for Anthony. You guys can comment below and let me know or what was the asking price which United had set for him. So Real Betis were like, we won't be meeting that transfer fee. So I think that's it for us. And in terms of goalkeeper, I think Lamens is the one who has been still linked to United, and United want to get this deal done today itself, because I think today is the deadline day. And United have also approached Emi Martinez of Aston Villa for a potential backup in case Lamens deal falls off. And I think from what we read earlier as well, Emi Martinez has given his approval for United. He likes the project, and let's see if United goes in for a young keeper or an experienced keeper, because Bayendir and Onana's performance haven't come through for what was expected from them. But yeah, I think let's hope these all deals go through. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy the international break, a couple of week off, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. So till then, thanks for watching.